Hello, this is the second part of the Introduction to the CIS 3115 Machine Learning course. Again, my name is Tom Gibbons, and I'll be the instructor for this course. So let's look at some of the software that you might be using in this course and some of the resources you might want to look at. So, under Unit 0, there's a software setup button. We'll be using a system called Google Colabs. In Python programming, there are these things called notebooks. They're originally called IronPython notebooks and then Jupyter notebooks, and now many companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all have their versions of these notebooks, and they're all pretty well interoperable. You can take an open notebook from one place and move it and use it in another location. So we'll be using Google's version of it, which is called Collaboratory or Colab for that. So there's nothing you really have to do. It's very similar to Google Drive or Google Docs and things like that. So since you already have a CSS account, you already have a Google account, you can just sign into the Google Collaboratory here and run it. It will open up just like Google Docs. There'll be Colab notebooks you can create and save. These are saved within Google Drive. I suggest you organize them, probably create like a CIS 3115 folder within this Google Drive to organize all your materials. So within Google Colab or Google Drive, once you run it, it'll often open up and you can see recent notebooks you have. You can also go to Google Drive here and just open up any of your notebooks. You can also store these on GitHub, but we generally won't be doing that. And then there's a bunch of example notebooks you can use, so that you can look at. Here's just an overview notebook, which is a good one to start with and play with when you're just trying to try things out. And we'll look at more of Google Colab in Unit 1 when we do our first notebook for this. Okay, the other things we want to cover in this unit are some things you might want to do. First is introductions. It's fun to build a little learning community here, and one way to do this is to do introductions for this course. So in the discussion area, you can just post some sort of fun introduction to yourself. No requirements on what it is or what you say here. If you want to do a video, just say something about yourself, post a short picture or something. It doesn't matter. Again, this is just a fun way to kind of get to know the rest of the people in class, especially since it's a flex class and there'll be some online students, some in-class students, students from different majors in this class. So I just post something here about some woodworking projects I do and some other activities I like to do here. So something like that is just fine for this. The last thing we want to talk about is some machine learning resources. There are a ton of machine learning resources available on the internet for you, and many of them are free. So I've just kind of tried to categorize some, and at least the better ones, which I find that are useful. So here's some of the resources. Kaggle is a website that hosts data learning competitions and a number of learning resources related to machine learning. We will do a number of the Kaggle competitions in this. Google has their Learn from Google AI, and including a machine learning crash course, which has some good videos in it, which we'll point you to and have you look at a couple times. Towards Data Science is a blogging platform, and there's a number of good blogging platforms out there, and Google uses this to post a number of their official platform or blogs, including AI Adventures, which is a YouTube playlist. This is a fun hashtag and link, 100 Days of Machine Learning. Jason Brown has another machine learning mastery blog. There are a number of well-known courses that are available online. Berkeley's Data 8 course, which has a free textbook for that and a YouTube playlist. MIT has their Introduction to Deep Learning course, and Ring's machine learning course on Coursera. and this is based on a Stanford course. So all of these are good, and I've taken some materials sometimes from various courses here for this Endemics course. I think this is now a paid course. They've switched this to. As far as textbooks go, I think I mentioned this hands-on machine learning, which is used in the graduate level version of this course, which is a good option if you're looking for a book. There's a couple other ones available. This Building Machine Learning Systems of Python is free. The 2013 edition is free. This deep learning thing is good, especially if you're a math major and are really comfortable working with math here. And again, Jung's machine learning yearning is targeted more towards industry stuff, but is an interesting website. There are other resources here on how to become a data scientist and some of this library stuff. So again, this is not required stuff, but again, if you're just looking to browse and look at some new material related to machine learning, I thought I'd kind of point you some directions. So, okay, hope you enjoy this class.